Left off, I believe you stated that each article of clothing removed from Malissa Williams was also documented on your report. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is there an item number 7 on Melissa's report?
Yes.
And what is that?
One black coat.
And is it fair to say that Malissa Williams had on a lot of clothing?
She did.
Mr. Jones, I'm handing you what has been previously marked as State's Exhibit 81. Can you tell us what that is identified as?
State's Exhibit 81 is a brown paper bag sealed, labeled in 12-2024, item 7, black jacket.
I'm sorry, I can't hear the first one you said.
In 12-2024, item 7, black jacket.
And with the clothing, did you seal the bags?
I did, yes.
Okay. Are there any markings on the back of the brown bag?
There is.
And what are the markings?
My initials and then the date that the package was sealed.
And what date would that have been?
There's actually 2 dates. There's December 31st of 2012 and March 24th of 2015.
And on March 24th, were you asked to do additional testing?
Yes.
I'm going to open this bag. Do you recognize item number 7, Mr. Jones?
I do.
And what do you recognize this to be?
The black coat received with the body of Malissa Williams.
And do these have the yellow tabs that you described earlier?
They do.
Do you know how many yellow tabs were placed on this coat by any chance?
I believe 9. 9 letters. There's more than 9 yellow arrows on there.
Okay. And what about item number 8?
Item 8 was a second black coat.
Handing you what has been previously marked as State's Exhibit number 82. Can you tell us what that is?
State's Exhibit 82 is a brown paper bag sealed with tape, labeled in 12-2024, item 8, black jacket.
And is there any writing on the back of that bag?
Yes.
What's on the back of the bag?
2 areas of writing. Both of the areas are on seals, and then are my initials and then the dates that the bags were sealed.
And what dates would that be?
December 31st of 2012, and then March 24th of 2015.
Again, I'm going to open this in front of you. And there are 2 dates. Were you told to do further testing on this item?
Yes.
Do you recognize item number 8?
I do.
And what do you recognize item number 8 to be?
Item 8 is the second black jacket received on the body of Malissa Williams.
The second black jacket. Does item 8 have the yellow tabs on them?
It does.
And again, would those tabs be documented in your report?
Yes.
If you need to move, you're welcome to. You can go in the jury box if you want.
What about item number 9?
Item 9 is described as a gray with blue trim sweatshirt.
I'm handing you what has been previously marked, the State's Exhibit 83. Can you tell us what that is?
State's Exhibit 83 is a brown paper bag sealed with tape, labeled in 12-2024, item 9, gray jacket.
And what about the back of the bag? Are there any markings?
No, but the bag's flapped over and it's sealed, and then my initials and the date that the bag was sealed are on the seal.
I want to open this bag in front of you. Is this the gray sweatshirt described in item number 9?
Yes.
And there is a piece of white, it's like measurement tape on the back. What is that?
That's a 6-inch paper ruler that we use when we take close-up photographs of the bullet holes to give the close-up photograph a sense of scale.
Okay. And the yellow markings on this exhibit, would this be reflected in your report as well?
Yes.
Item number 10, what is that?
Item 10 was a white T-shirt.
I'm handing you what has been previously marked as State's Exhibit number 84. What is that?
State's Exhibit 84 is a brown paper bag sealed with tape, labeled N12-2024, item 10, white shirt.
And are there any markings on the back of State's Exhibit 84?
There's a tape seal, and across the seal are my initials and the date that the bag was sealed.
Okay. What date would that have been?
December 31st, 2012.
I'm also going to open this bag right in front of you. Looking at State's Exhibit number 84, do you recognize this?
I do.
This also has yellow markings on it, correct?
It does.
What is the red substance or the dried reddish color substance that we see on the front?
Parent blood.
You say apparent. Do you test it for blood?
Typically on victims' clothing, we don't chemically test the blood stains unless they are of a size, shape, or location that would suggest that it's from a foreign source.
What about item number 11?
Item 11 is a black sweatshirt.
Handing you what has been previously marked as State's Exhibit number 85. Can you tell us what that is?
State's Exhibit 85 is one brown paper bag sealed with tape, labeled N12-2024, item 11, black sweatshirt.
Is there any writing on the back of that bag?
There is.
What is that?
It's my initials, and then the date the bag was sealed, December 31st, 2012.
I'm going to open this bag in front of you. You recognize State's Exhibit 85?
I do.
And what do you recognize it to be?
State's Exhibit 85 is what's indicated in the trace evidence report as item 11, the black sweatshirt.
And there's also a white tab on the back of this. What is that?
Again, that's the 6-inch ruler used for giving a sense of scale to close-up photographs taken of bullet holes on the item of clothing.
And the yellow tabs would have been marked in your report, correct?
Yes.
Item number 12.
Item 12 is described as a pink shirt.
I'm handing you what has been previously marked as State's Exhibit number 86. Can you identify that, please?
State's Exhibit 86 is a brown paper bag sealed with tape labeled IN 122024. Item 12, pink shirt.
Any markings on the back of that?
Yes, there's a seal, and then on the seal are my initials and the date of December 31st, 2012.
And also come with this. You recognize State's Exhibit number 86?
I do.
What do you recognize this as?
State's Exhibit 86 is what appears in the trace evidence report as item 12, the pink shirt.
Also have yellow tabs on it
It does.
and a white tab on the back.
Correct, a white scale.
And the coloring, the dark coloring that we see on the front, what is that?
Apparent blood.
And again, you say that's apparent because you presume no actual testing. No.
Right, there is no chemical testing performed.
State's Exhibit, item number 13.
Item 13 is described as one white and blue plaid long sleeve shirt.
I'm handing you what has been previously marked as State's Exhibit number 87. Can you identify that?
State's Exhibit 87 is a brown paper bag sealed with tape labeled IN 122024. Item 13, plaid shirt.
Is there a signature and a date on the back?
Yes, there's a seal, and then on the seal is my initials and the date of December 31st, 2012.
What do you recognize State's Exhibit 87 to be?
State's Exhibit 87 is what appears in the trace evidence report as item 13, the white and blue plaid long sleeve shirt.
And there's also yellow stickering on it, correct, tab?
Yes,
And reddish brown substance, correct?
yes,
And what would the reddish brown substance be?
apparent blood.
No. Item number 14.
Item 14 is a black long sleeve shirt.
Handing you what has been previously marked as State's Exhibit 88. Can you identify that, please?
State's Exhibit 88 is a brown paper bag sealed with tape labeled IN 122024. Item 14, black shirt.
Is there a signature on the back?
There is a seal, and then across the seal are my initials and the date of December 31st, 2012.
As well. Mr. Jones, do you recognize State's Exhibit 88?
State's Exhibit 88 is what appears in the trace report as item 14, a black long sleeve shirt.
And it also has the bar across the back, the white
The scale, yes.
scale. Item number 15.
Item 15 is described as one blue T-shirt.
Handing you what has been previously marked as State's Exhibit number 89. Can you identify that, please?
State's Exhibit 89 is a brown paper bag sealed with tape labeled N12-2024. Item 15, black shirt.
Is there any initials on the back?
Yes, there's a seal, and on the seal are my initials and the date of December 31st, 2012.
What do you recognize State's Exhibit 89 to be?
State's Exhibit 89 is what appears in the trace report as item 15, the blue T-shirt.
And there's also yellow tabs on there
There is.
and a white scale on the back.
Correct.
What about item number 16?
Item 16 is described as a yellow T-shirt.
I'm handing you State's Exhibit number 90. Can you please identify that for me?
State's Exhibit 90 is a brown paper bag sealed with tape labeled N12-2024. Item 16, yellow shirt.
Any initials on it?
Yes, there's a seal, and on the seal are my initials and the date of December 31st, 2012.
What do you recognize this exhibit to be?
That is what's described in the trace report as item 16, the yellow T-shirt.
And this also have the yellow tabs that we were speaking of earlier.
It does.
All right, Mr. Jones, I want to talk about all of these items of clothing that we see here. These were all worn on Malissa Williams' upper part of her body. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now walk us through item number 7, which is the black coat.
Okay. It was examined. Apparent blood was observed on both the front and back of the coat, but there wasn't any chemical testing performed on the apparent blood stains. Next, what was done, damage to the fabric of the coat of size and shape consistent with a bullet hole. Each one of those were labeled, or if a number of them occurred in close proximity, they were given a designation of an area. And they were labeled with letters, so the first one was labeled A, then B, C, D, and so on.
So when we're looking at item number 7 here, when we see the A, is that what you're speaking of?
Yes.
Looking here at the label A, does that correspond with anything? Is that a bullet hole?
Yes.
And looking at item number 8, we have A1.
Yes.
How do those match up with one another? We have letter A and we have A1. Tell us about that.
The way that the items are labeled, if there are bullet holes that correspond in location on multiple items, then they're given a designation of a sub 1, sub 2, and so forth and so on, as if the items of clothing were being worn one on top of the other, and those bullet holes are in close enough proximity to indicate that they were caused by the same bullet.
Okay. Close enough proximity to indicate they were caused by the same bullet. So are we talking about passing through fabric?
Right, passing through multiple layers of clothing.
Okay. So looking at item number 7, we have A1. Looking at item number 8, we also have, 7 we have A, 8 we have A1.
Correct.
Okay. What is the location of this tab?
Approximately the right shoulder area.
And you said they're close enough to match up, or somewhat match up.
Yes.
What about item number 9? I see an A2 here.
Right, then that would indicate that it's in a location corresponding with A1 on the layer above that, and then A on the outer layer.
Okay. So we have first layer, A, second layer, A1, and then the third layer of clothing being A2.
Yes,
And they're all in the right upper shoulder area.
that's correct.
Were there any other corresponding letters with this?
I don't believe any other A's were noted.
Mr. Jones, if you said this, I didn't hear you. If you didn't say it, I would like to know. Are these arrayed in the order that you took them off, Ms. Williams, from the outermost garment first to the innermost last?
Yes, and then that's how they're indicated in the report as well. The black coat is the outer layer and is the lowest item number all the way to the highest item number, which is the inner layer.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Pardon me, Ms. Weister.
No problem. Now, you listed that when you would see a defect, it was labeled by a letter. Was that presumed to be a bullet hole?
Yes.
Now take us through the next defect.
There was a defect labeled B.
And where would that be located?
Lower center front of the jacket.
Did B correspond with anything?
I believe there were some corresponding bullet holes for B.
Do you have those listed in your report?
Yes, there's a corresponding B defect on item 9.
And that would be what is labeled as B1 on item 9, is that correct?
Yes.
So we have B, and then we have B1. Any other items?
Corresponding B defect on item 10, which is labeled B2.
Looking at the white shirt, item 10, we have B2, we have B1 on item 9, and we have B on item 7. Is that correct?
Yes.
Any others?
On item 11, there's a defect labeled B3.
So looking at item 11, which is the black sweatshirt, we have a B3.
Yes,
Okay. And they're all in the same general area.
that's correct.
Any others?
On item 12, there's a B4.
Looking at item 12, which is the pink, it's like a pink smock, there's a B4.
Yes,
Same area?
generally yes.
Okay. Any others?
On item 13, there's a B5.
Item 13, still in that area, that's the plaid shirt. And
Yes,
we have a B5 label.
yes.
What's the next?
On item 14, there's a B6.
Okay. Item 14, in a black t-shirt, we have a B6, same general area.
Yes.
Are there any others?
On item 15, there's a B7.
Item 15, which is the black t-shirt, you have a sharp on the front, that would be 7.
Yes.
What's the next?
And then on item 16, there's a defect labeled B8.
16 being the yellow t-shirt,
Yes,
that would be 8.
correct.
And as you stated, they are all in the same same general area, correct?
Right, if they were overlaid upon one another, they'd be in the approximate same location.
Okay. If there was not a defect in item number, I believe it was item number 8, is that correct?
Yes.
Does that indicate anything to you?
It could indicate that the coat was open and out of the way of the bullet that caused the B series.
Okay, because the first coat has the bullet hole and then it corresponds to other layers of clothing, correct?
Right.
What about defect C?
Defect C is actually labeled C area because there's a number of bullet holes in close proximity to one another on the left upper chest area.
So when I'm looking at item number 7, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 5 C's.
Yes,
That's what you're speaking about. So there are a number of holes in the same chest area,
correct.
left chest area. Did those correspond with anything?
Yes, there were some corresponding defects located in the same area on item 8, which is labeled C1 area.
And item 8 is the black coat,
Yes,
and I see 2 C's in the C area, correct?
right.
What about item number 9?
On item 9, there's an area labeled C2 area.
And looking at item number 9, I see 1, 2, 3 labels here.
Yes,
Now, when you're putting these labels like C label in the general area, are you trying to label every hole or just the area because it's so many holes?
just the area, kind of outlining the area where you would find the holes for C.
What about item number 10?
Item 10, there's an area labeled C3 area.
Looking at the C3 area, I see 1, 2, 3 labels there.
Yes,
Same thing, general area.
correct.
Item number 11,
Item 11, there's a C4 area.
there's 3 tabs on here that say C4, correct?
Yeah, I think there's 4 tabs actually, but one center chest too.
Oh, should be one right here. And what's the next one?
On item 12, there's a defect C5 area.
And I see 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
And the next item?
Item 13, there's a C6 area.
Is it 13 plaid shirt? And I also see 3 labels here. And they're all in the same area, correct?
Right, left chest area.
Next one?
Item 14, there's a C7 area.
3 labels here for C7. Keep going. Next one.
For item 15, there's a C8 area.
C8, 3 labels, 3 tabs. And
And
last
item 16, there's a C9 area.
one. We have C9, 3 tabs again. What about defect D?
For defect D, was located on the mid to lower left side front of the jacket.
Okay. And we're talking about item number, which jacket? Number
7.
7. And that's going to be right here.
Yes.
Now, did D correspond with anything else?
It does not.
What about defect E?
Defect E is an area again located on the upper left sleeve, both the front and back of the jacket.
I'm looking at item number E. And you said front back for this one. The other ones were in front.
Right.
Now, you talked to us earlier about entrance and exit wounds.
Mm-hmm.
What does E being on the front and E being on the back of item number 7 indicate to you?
There's the possibility that one is an entrance and one's an exit, but there's really no residue there to indicate one way or the other, so they could both be entrances, they could both be exits, there's really no way to know.
Okay, so you have no way of knowing?
Right,
Would that
based
be
on
more
residue.
Corners type of thing, or just based on residue, you wouldn't know?
Just based on the absence of any residue on the clothing, I can't tell whether it's an entrance or an exit.
Does E correspond with anything else?
Yes, there are corresponding defect areas on item 8, which is E1 area.
Item 8, we have the front and the back. Left hand, it looks like arm and shoulder possibly.
Yes. And then for item 9, there's a defect E2 area.
Same area, correct?
Yes. Item 10, there's an E3 area.
Also the same location?
Yes. Item 11, there's an E4 area.
Same location?
Yes. Item 12, there's an E5 area.